Most people think wealth is built on Monday morning. It's not. Wealth is quietly decided on Sunday, when no one is watching, no boss is calling, and no deadline is forcing you to act. Sunday is the one day where your choices are fully yours, and that's exactly why it reveals everything: your habits, your mindset, your future. Two people can earn the same salary, but what they do on Sunday will decide who stays stuck and who escapes. So in this video, we're breaking down the levels of wealth, not by income, but by behavior. Specifically, what you do on Sunday. And if you want to start thinking like the top 1%, not just earning like them, hit subscribe, because this channel is where that shift begins. Level 1, the escaping mindset. At the lowest level, Sunday is all about escape. This person is not resting, they're recovering. And there's a difference. They spent the weekend chasing dopamine, eating out, scrolling endlessly, binge watching, maybe even spending money they didn't plan to spend. Sunday becomes the last attempt to squeeze enjoyment out of time before reality hits again. But underneath all that, there's tension. Sunday evening feels heavy. There's that quiet anxiety creeping in, the "I'll fix everything tomorrow" promise, the slight panic when checking the bank balance, the mental math that never quite adds up. This person avoids thinking about money deeply, not because they don't care, but because it's uncomfortable. So instead of building a system, they distract themselves from the lack of one. And here's the harsh truth. You cannot escape a life you're financially trapped in. You can only delay thinking about it. For this level, Sunday is not a tool, it's a temporary relief. Level 2, the working trap. Now, this person looks more put together. They have a job, they earn consistently, they might even save a little. But their Sunday is controlled by Monday. They spend the day mentally preparing for work, ironing clothes, checking emails, thinking about meetings, feeling that slow pressure build as the weekend fades. It's not chaos like level 1, it's structure, but without freedom. They've learned discipline only in service of their job, not their wealth. They're trading time for money in a very organized way. And here's where the trap tightens. Because things are okay, they don't feel urgency to change. The salary feels safe, the routine feels normal, but deep down, they know one thing: if they stop working, the money stops too. So Sunday becomes a countdown, not a reset. They are not building assets, they're maintaining effort, and effort alone does not create wealth. Level 3, the comfortable illusion. This is where things get dangerous, because it feels like success. This person earns well enough to enjoy life. Nice meals, occasional trips, a good phone, maybe a car, a clean home. Their Sunday looks balanced. They go out, spend time with family, maybe clean, maybe relax. It looks healthy, it looks stable. But look closer. There is very little intentional wealth building happening. They might tell themselves, "I deserve this, I've worked hard." And they're not wrong, but they've quietly built a lifestyle that consumes most of what they earn. Sunday becomes a maintenance day, maintaining the house, maintaining relationships, maintaining the image of having it together, but not building anything that grows without them. This is the level where people stay stuck the longest, because nothing feels broken enough to fix. They're not poor, but they're also not free. It's a soft trap, a soft loop, and comfort, when not questioned, can quietly kill ambition. Now, everything starts to change. This person still lives a normal life, but their Sunday has a different energy. There is awareness. They sit down and actually look at their finances, not just their balance, but their behavior. Where did the money go? What can be optimized? What is waste? They plan their week, not just tasks, but priorities. They might spend an hour learning something useful, maybe about investing, maybe about a skill, maybe about building something on the side. They are no longer passive in their life. Sunday becomes a reset point. They reduce friction for the week ahead. Meal prep, schedule clarity, defined goals. They are no longer leaving their future to chance. And slowly, something powerful starts happening. They stop reacting and start directing. This level doesn't look impressive on social media. No big wins, no flashy results. But this is where real wealth quietly begins, because discipline compounds long before money does. Level 5, the asset thinker. Now, this is where the biggest mental shift happens. This person no longer asks, how do I earn more this week? They ask, what can I build that earns without me? Sunday is no longer just planning, it's creation. They might work on a side business, build content, study markets, design systems, or improve something that has long-term payoff. They understand leverage. Instead of trading hours for money, they are trying to multiply the value of each hour. Their Sunday is calm but focused. They are okay sacrificing short-term comfort for long-term control. While others are consuming, they are creating. While others are spending, they are allocating. And most importantly, they are thinking differently. They start seeing money as a tool, not a reward. That mindset alone separates them from the majority. Level 6, the owner mindset. At this level, Sunday becomes quiet again, but for a completely different reason. This person has built or acquired systems that work. Income does not fully depend on their daily effort anymore. There are assets involved, businesses, investments, or scalable systems. So what do they do on Sunday? They think. They review numbers, make decisions, adjust direction, but they are not overwhelmed and they are not rushing. Their actions are fewer, but far more impactful. A single decision on Sunday might influence weeks or months of outcomes. They are no longer inside the machine, they are above it. And that is what ownership really means. Not just owning things, but owning your time, your choices, your direction. Sunday is no longer about preparing for life, it's about designing it. The pattern you should notice. Every level we just talked about comes down to one thing: how intentional you are with your time when you don't have to be. The lowest level escapes, the middle levels maintain, the higher levels build, and the top level directs. That's it. Same 24 hours, completely different outcomes. So next Sunday, don't try to change your entire life, just change your awareness. Pay attention to how you spend your time when no one is forcing you, because that's the clearest indicator of where your life is going. Wealth doesn't suddenly appear one day. It slowly forms in quiet decisions, repeated weekly. And Sunday, that's where those decisions are made.